And the other thing is the internet is really a reflection of the society. There are a lot of issues, growing pains in China. So internet really functions as a mirror of what the society is all about. Obviously, in China, a lot of people don't like corrupt government officials. And on the right picture, there was a director, the director of housing and real estate in Nanjing, city of Nanjing. And he made some remarks, which I forgot what remarks he made. In fact, it was probably the housing price should be this or that. And then people didn't like that remark. And within 24 hours, people started this called 人肉搜索. Right? They're trying to find how much his watch worth, how much a pack of cigarettes he was smoking, and then concluded that as a government official, his income would not be able to support that kind of spending. And this guy right now is removed from office. Government has started a very serious investigation, and he's gone. He's probably in jail right now. And another case, which is very famous in China recently, and I'm not going to go through, but 我父亲是李刚, my father is Li Gang. Right? A lot of people here know that story. And people also want instant celebrities, especially for the disadvantages. And the left, there was it's actually a beggar. It's a beggar who looks really cool, and then they made him really a celebrity on the internet. And right now he comes to talk shows and make probably a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think he's a Calvin Klein model. That picture is probably fake. I don't know. But people want the disadvantages to become winners. People don't like corrupt government officials. People don't like a lot of the people who get rich overnight. And this all reflects in the internet. And more recently, Weibo, or the Twitter, micro blogging, had become a major phenomenon. This took off literally within 18 months. 18 months. And if you look at the Weibo or the Twitter, I really shouldn't call it Twitter because it's quite different from Twitter, original Twitter. It really fits in the Chinese culture really well. It's a combination of short message, emails, social networking, and it's very, very convenient for people to communicate. So in China, a lot of people using phones to short message. But this basically fits in their habit, plus can archive, and also allow you to interact with a lot of people. So it became an instant phenomenon. And I have 2 Weibo accounts, one in the Tencent, one in Sina. And I find it's actually quite effective. Any remarks you make would reach a lot of people, especially in Tencent. I have almost 10 million followers. So in fact, if we write something, a lot of people know. It could be, could be good and could be dangerous. So. And some of you actually probably know I got emails from you guys too. That a few days ago, I just made a simple remark on the addressing, on the V4, V6 addressing. Because Weibo only allowed 140 characters. So I had to separate my message into 2 parts. So the first Weibo, what I said is with the exhaustion of the V4 addressing, it's a necessity, right, to migrate into V6. I made a few comments. What are the advantages of V6? Then the second message, second post, I said, on the other hand, there shouldn't be, people should not panic because V4 still has some knowledge, and there are a lot of people working on the migration. And then you see 2 headlines, actually. in the Sina and the Sohu and the Tencent. One says, Microsoft, Zhang Yanqing said, V6 is necessary. And the other said, it's complete opposite, right? But it's the same message. So you got to be very, very careful about this Weibo posting. It's really becoming a media. And also, I know a lot of friends, they don't read the portal anymore. Weibo is becoming their primary source for information and also primary source for communication. So watch out, this is going to be huge. So the second part of my talk is really about the future. What's going to happen in the internet, in the technology space. For people who are researchers, engineers, we really play 4 parameters. We play computing, we look at bandwidth, we look at storage, we also look at power. And I'm not going to go deep in this curve, but pretty much the computing, storage, or bandwidth all follow the law of somehow modified Moore's law. In computing, we are getting into the exabyte era. IP traffic doubles every 2 years, and especially in China, 80% of this traffic is video. As people watch a lot of video from internet these days. And the storage, we're getting to zettabyte. Zettabyte is 10 to the power of 21. Right? So basically, we're able to record the entire history, human history, many times over. And this doubles every year. Means next year, the amount of data we can storage is the overall summation of all the data, all the storage capacity we have for the history. And the power-wise, it's a little bit different. Overall power consumption is going up linearly, although the efficiency for data center and for your CPUs are coming down. But this is going to be a major challenge for the computing. So what is going to happen in the next few years? What are the technologies going to drive the growth of internet? In fact, other keynote speakers have talked some of this. I think first, it's driven by advance in user interface. We call it natural user interface. All the smart devices, the new computing model, it needs to have a better user interface. I'll talk more about this. But this, for somebody who works on computer science, it's really the crown jewel, because that's how we define the generations of computing. Mobile internet, we have so many different smart devices and have a pervasive network, and how you're going to access the internet. And last is the platform for cloud. It's a new architecture that completely changed the business model. But in the next few years, there will be 3 battles to be fought. I mentioned this very briefly in the press conference. And the first battle is for cloud. So which company or which companies will be the winners of cloud computing? There will be a lot of collaboration, as Vint Cerf says, but the competition is getting really intense in this space. And the second is mobile platform. We use smartphones, and we have a lot of different systems. Which system is going to become dominant in this space, or which systems? And the other battle, which is probably more fierce, is between the PC and the mobile. If you look at technology and the user interface, there's no reason why PC cannot be applied to mobile, and there's no reason why mobile cannot go to PC. Right? So in the next 5 years, you're going to see those battles, and whoever wins those battles will become the leader in the next generation. So let me talk a little bit about natural user interface. User interface is always a basic research. Bill Gates said it's an area that requires the highest IQ. It started with the text-based, then we moved into graphics user interface in the 80s, early 90s. And then we keep enhancing the graphic user interface with better voice, with touch, with digital handwriting. And now we enter a new stage, what I call natural user interface. In a sense, you don't have a interface. Meaning the UI is contextual, is aware of the environment, the ambience, understanding the spoken language. Is able to do what people really do on a daily basis. A key example is actually a very preliminary application of the natural user interface is the multi-touch that we're using on a daily basis on the phones and the Microsoft Surface table. And the other example is Kinect. It's a video game console. It's a peripheral to the Xbox 360 that is controller-free with 3D and a depth sensor, with and the motion capture and the face recognition. And it's really changed how we play games, and it changed how we interact with machines. It's not only for games, it's really a new metaphor that changed the interaction with computing. So let me just play a short video. Some of you might have already used this device, the Kinect. It's actually something we currently selling around the world, and sold over 8 million units in the last 2 months. It's actually one of the best-selling consumer products ever. And my team in China is really working hard, and we actually work with our partners in Guangdong around the clock, try to fill all those back orders. All right.